What a weird error message. Almost makes me think my stuff didn't work. My live stream. Because there's a weird error message that popped up there. But technology is just... People have so much faith in it. Like a computer is as consistent, as reliable. You know what happened, Ma? The light switch wrecked it for a whole lot of people. It delogicified them. It took their logic right away. You flip a switch, the light goes on. Instant gratification. Then what happened? You get technology. There's more to it than that. But heck, if it doesn't respond immediately, it's broke. Ah. Stupid human beings. Stupid human beings. Stupid human beings. So today I was talking to my Earth Angel and I was telling her, I said, you know what? I said, I was born on the same latitude and longitude right outside Los Angeles in San Bernardino, California, close enough to Los Angeles to be an alien. And today I came to the realization that the world is already run over by aliens. They're already here. You know what an alien is? An alien is someone that has lost touch with their humanity. This is how I look at it. That's what an alien is. They aren't human no more. They're an alien. They live so much in ego, they just lost their touch with humanity. And I'm seeing it every day. Oh, this bubble is going to pop. I'm seeing examples of it every day, all over the place. I'm going to talk about them today. So day before yesterday, 3 p.m., the internet went out. And then it didn't come, and then it came back on last night at the light came on. It turned from orange to red at 6 o'clock. I still had no connectivity. I kept getting error messages, and I was like, what the frick is happening? So what I did is this morning I walked up, I need my headphones. I walked up to the market, the Midtown Market, to get a cup of coffee, talk to Brian, call Kit Carson Internet Tech Services, told them what I was seeing. They said it sounded like it reset your modem to factory settings. Now, when I went in and bought this, they said, we'll take it back and configure it for you. I sat there and waited a half hour, and what it took me to do all of 2.5 minutes. See, that's the thing, is people will just sit on their hands and do nothing before they do something that they get paid to do for their customer. People have gotten so indignant, it is bizarre. It is bizarre how withholding people, and I could feel it in the collective. See, this last moon is in Pisces 7 degrees. I got Pisces in Uranus 7 degrees. I got Pisces in my anus 7 degrees. In Uranus. No, Jupiter. Excuse me, Jupiter. So, I'm being affected a lot. These aren't the headphones I wanted. It's activating all kinds of stuff in me. So the guy on the phone told me everything I had to do to reconfigure the modem. And then I came home and I did it. Well, actually, there's an app that it asked me to install. And so I installed the app while I was up there, so it was a lot easier. So if it happens again, I already have the app installed. I know what to do. Marge, you're so smart. Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Hayoke empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. My heart's been heavy today for the little boy next door he's up in I went and talked to his grandma today. She's my landlady. And she's staying here with the other two kids while the parents are up in Denver with the youngest boy. He's the middle boy. No, God, I hope not. She's like, she has a lot of faith in God. She'll be all right. Um, uh-oh. Still, she's nervous and scared, and I'm sure I didn't help with with all the questions and the things that I was saying. I don't know if I was helped because I was like, okay, so, because I wanted to touch base in with her and just let her know that I'm praying for her grandson. I'll be thinking about him because it is an awful invasive surgery. And coming from a place, because I worked at medical hospitals, at teaching hospitals, and I don't, that's why it's like, dude, if something happens to me, like, or like if I get, what, if my body starts to break down and deteriorate and something happens and I just lose all, that's just the way I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna go into a hospital, and all it is, it's they practice medicine. Nobody ever perfects anything, and I have been a guinea pig and have had weird shit happen to me. Mom's had weird shit happen to her by the hands of doctors and nurses, and it's the hypocritical oath as far as I'm concerned, because the doctors that, it's amazing that we live through it, really. So, no. And then now, 2023, the generation that were born to people that I grew up with in medical school, nah, I'll pass. When it's my time, it's my time. And I've known too many people that had cancer, and then like they got radiation treatment, and then it just like erupted, and then it that was the end of them. That was the end of them. So I don't, and so this kid, he's 9 years old. His grandma was telling me about how he had dreams last week that he went to heaven, and I was like, then walk with your faith, during your surgery, go to heaven, dude, but come back, And what happened is when I moved in here last November, I started talking to the landlady, and I'd sit down, I'd pay rent, and she'd give me a cup of coffee, start getting to know each other. Every time I see her, I say hello to her. I ask her about things the last time I talked to her, and that's how you get to know people. And so she's an Aries, I'm an Aries, we have a pretty good rapport. And so she's like an auntie I never had. And so she's only like 10 years older than me. When I moved in, she talked about how this grandson had trouble breathing, so he had to go to Albuquerque for a sleep study. And then later I was like, what happened? Oh, nothing happened with the sleep study. They say he has sleep apnea. And then, fast forward months later, the dentist, he went to the dentist, kid had his mouth open, and the dentist noticed, dude, opening to my throat, wide open. The kid's like a pencil, like a pen, without the ink tube. That's how narrow his, and this kid has been struggling. He hasn't been sleeping his whole life. Right? And he still had a decent attitude. This is how I've been taught to just just be a good sport, Marge. And there's something that's just keeping you down. This kid, it's about him. I'm telling the story about the kid. I'm just trying to relate. And then I bet there's so many people on this planet that have these things wrong with them. And then it creates, fatigue, In a little while, I'm going to talk about PTSD and ADHD. It's all the same. Autism it's all the same stuff. It gets the person to the same place as far as their neurological divergence. But I gotta finish the other story first. So, he's up in Denver, and I said, so that tells me, I said, so if they had to drive all the way from Denver, that means that there is not a surgeon in New Mexico that's qualified for this case. Because the first thing I said, do they tell the parents the surgical plan? Are the mom and dad, do you know what they're gonna do? Like, what is their plan that they're, because they want to expand his airway, his esophagus. I'm gonna do some research in a little while to see how many cases, how often this happens. So I'm like, this kid isn't prepared for like the level of pain that he's going through. So what they're going to do is they're going to start by taking out his tonsils and then his adenoids to make room. And then they're going to like, and then I'm like, what parts are they going to put in? What parts are they going to use to expand his esophagus? Are they going to use other people parts? Are they going to use like a graft? Are they going to take skin? Are they going to make a graft? So are they going to cut skin? See, that's the thing. There's so many possible outcomes. It's such a scary thing. It is such a scary. And then that's why it doesn't matter. That's why it's so important that people have to have a faith. At the same time, still, no one of the stories about Jagger. 14 years old, loses his life from a granola bar that a teacher gave him at school. And then God carries people through that hell. I don't know where I would be without the faith that my mom has established in me. She taught me how to have faith by showing me and living a faithful life. She has been more dedicated to God. She grew up Catholic, so that's her programming. Still, she never did the, she didn't impose the Catholicism. She just in turn established that there's a power outside of us, God, good, and I later turned it into good orderly direction. It's going to take, whatever is going to happen. Life is going to happen. Life is shit, man. Life is hell. Life is hell because people like to make people suffer. Because people feel bad about themselves, so they like to do things to just wreck shit for other people. I got this homie. He's feeding 24 dogs. All these people, all these packs of dogs, there's a pit bull that was going around the neighborhood that was not neutered. Fucking spay and neutered. Fucking shit, man. Spay and neuter. Breeders suck. Breeders fucking suck. Fuck you, breeders. Why don't you come down here and spend some time with freaking Batman feeding his 24 dogs? Goes through a 50-pound bag of dog food in 3 days because these dogs are throwaway. Nobody does anything. Nobody cares. They're too busy doing bullshit. Living that best life. Last night, Ma, I'm glad we left Omaha. They suck Big Red. Omaha total. I fucking hate. Every year, I hate Husker football, and my feed it's all over because I have people I know and that's how they spend their life. That's their program. Oh, Husker season. Oh, Husker season. Go Big Red. Go suck Big Red. Suck, and that's their lives. And it's like, dude. And last night, recently, they had girls' volleyball event where they set it up in the Coliseum. 92,400 dumbasses. And I added the 400, 500 for the helicopter and the photographer and the pilot and that flew over that to get the picture of all the people. Because I think about, dude, you put the manpower of the infrastructure and the buildings that could be accomplished with that kind of manpower, but you got a bunch of frickin' 92,000 corn-fed heifers gathering. That is I looked it up. I said, well, how much are tickets? If they're $25 a piece times nine, it was $4.25 million for one game. People definitely do not have, and every time bullshit, and it was a fucking ritual, dude. Every time they put a concert, whether it's Taylor Swift or Jelly Roll with his upside down cross, or it doesn't matter. Look at the latitude and the longitude where they put these concerts. That is injected to the ley lines. People are freaking acting up. Plus the astrology, people are already goofy out of their minds from free will. Just because people have been going around doing whatever they want without any kind of consequence, without any discipline. People can't do that. We get the direct result of that. We're seeing the eruptions in big city. I'm so glad we live in a little small town, Ma. You know what? God delivered us from evil. We make it back to Reading. So, I was talking about how the astrology, how I have 7 degrees in Jupiter. Wait, what is, now I'm confused. Now I'm mixing myself up. I got a whole folder with my astrology placements. Jupiter, I got Pisces, 7 degrees in Jupiter. My Jupiter, the planet Jupiter is in the constellation Pisces, 7 degrees. And that is what this just came about. So the way I look at astrology is the planets in the sky activate potentials of energy. And those potentials of energy activate potentials of energy within placements of our planets. However they're configured at it natally. And wherever that opposes with whatever. So, I get keyed up. My body is always keyed up. So when there's a lot of Uranus energy, I'm extra keyed up. I have to work harder to stay grounded. And so when I get keyed up, some people would call that it would be synonymous as anxiety. Some people would call it fear. Some people would call it I don't know. It depends on the person and their frame of reference from their vocabulary and where they grew up and the words with that, their capacity, and so many things contingent on it. I just look at it as like I'm in a heightened state whenever the astrology, like, woo, a lot of air stuff, water stuff. Because I got a little fire, so every time a little fire with you just need a little fire with a pot of water and it makes steam. So I'm constantly checking myself. Constantly. And I fail a lot. I'm a smart ass. I talk shit so much. One day somebody's going to say something back. That'll be an interesting day. They usually don't, because that's why I freaking talk shit, because people don't see me. I don't exist to a lot of people on this planet. So like when the energies are up here and then something happens in life, I try not to draw on to the energy, and and put it with an event that's happening in life. I just try to let the energy process through me. I do more sets. I try and dance more. My feet have been hurting real bad because the weather's changing, so that raises problems in itself. I do things. The other day I was working on my owl stone. I'm still trying to work it out in my mind how I want to do it. But it'll be cool. Like Mom, when I was little, she tried to always teach me and guide me to use my energy in productive ways. Instead of like, oh, I get so excited, I'm going to break this. I'm going to break this toy. You know, that destructive, that's why there's the military, because they don't learn how to use their energy in productive ways to make things better. They just want to break, kill, destroy, pay themselves per diem, get their enlistment bonus in a tax-free country. It's all a fucking club, dude. I fucking hate clubs. I hate clubs. I hate them. I don't like any club. There's no club I like. You will not hear me align with any organization, any group, any religion, nothing like that. No club, nothing like that. Freemasons, you know, I don't even like, don't call me a witch. Don't put me in that group. Don't put me in groups. Don't put me, I do things. I like these things. I like that thing. I like to do this. I dabble in this and that. I like rocks and I like stones. I don't like it when other people define me at all. Let me see. I don't mind if people talk about my behavior and how I act and their interpretations of that. I have no problem with that because that's what I do with other people. I got no beef with that. You know, and if people that and then I think about that of like, because I worked at a Jesuit university, I'm like, don't clop me in with those fucking weirdos, dude. Weirdos. And then I became acquaintances with some of these faculty and stuff, and like I got to go in the places that people don't usually get to go, and it's a creepy place. And then they just bought a place that had been doing haunted houses for like 38 years. Mystery Manor sold out. Because Creighton's like, we'll give you twice what it's worth. Oh, okay. All right. That's what people do. That's why America is going to China, because there are freaking so many Americans. Like these rich people are coming in just like, we'll give you, because they can. And us fucking poor people are like, what the fuck, dude? Where are we supposed to live? That's what I called this talk today. I called it Misconceptions, because, of all the YouTube, like, everybody I ever see on YouTube, none of them have, like, maybe Joey the Gypsy. I don't even know. But it's like, I see everybody that gets a piece, and I take the piece of what they know, and I put it together with all the pieces that I know. And it is bizarre to me. Like, I wonder if Joey, like, see, like, because there's so many people on the I was an accident. If Mom wasn't raised Catholic and wasn't so afraid to have an abortion, I wouldn't be here. Huh, Mom? She just said right. But because she was fucking, it's still the fear of God in you that if you had an abortion, you'd go to hell, right? And you know what they did? When I was born, the whacked out doctor, the weirdo doctor, when I was born, I should look at my birth certificate and go back and freaking be like, motherfuckers. They cut Mom's uterus in half and took out one of her ovaries and sterilized her without her consent. And they've done that. She's just one of many. So, anyway, because the cracks of society are just getting wider and wider and wider, I am going to look into seeing the whole nonprofit thing, though. And see what I can do about getting my... Everybody else is going to do it. Might as well have my own little community. Yeah, so if people are traveling around, you're freaking, want to, you can park, whatever. How I see it. Come work in the garden. I'll cook for you. Hang out with me. Say hi to Ma, It's just like anybody else. You just can't have any freaking random, Well, I guess everybody's a random weirdo. It's really. So. Because there's not places you people can go. I am a testimony of that. There's not places that, like, people can go and be like, you know what, I'm homeless. There's shelters, But it's like, you can't have 4 dogs. Get rid of all your dogs, I mean, there's always contingencies, all these rules, these regulations, these policies, and these procedures. And it's so funny because the people that are, like, establishing these laws, I love how much the truth is coming out. I freaking love it, dude. I love it. I want it to come out more. And my brother, dude, the more my brother gets up in his career, I hope he ever runs for office, because if the people that fucking find, that go into your background, find my videos, he's fucking done, dude. He's done. And people that I know for 20, 30 years, because I have openly shared, things about my the relationship that I've had with him, and how he's just treated me like a piece of shit for things that I did when I was a kid. I don't drink anymore. I learned from my mistakes, and it's so funny because he drinks now. And you'd think, after seeing how I fucked my life up, being that we came from the same place, we got the same DNA, we got the same dad. Dad loves his Jack Daniels. It's just funny that you would at all. But, there's my Jessica song. My sister's favorite song is coming up right now. So Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas says he accepted 5 private jet flights from a personal friend and GOP mega donor Harlan Crow last year. They're all fucking bros, man. That's the thing. That's why it's like, why is it that me, a female veteran with a couple college degrees, did my time in a lot of areas, raped as a 10-month-old baby, just trying to get by with my 4 old dogs and cat, little old lady mom, less than $2,000 a month, and these scumbag motherfuckers are playing like they're, because they watched these fucking movies when they were kids sitting on their daddy's lap, and now they all think they're fucking big time, and they do shit you're not supposed to do. I work at Rite Aid. I just started working there. Didn't even have my first paycheck yet. This is Watt and Arden in Sacramento in 1996. 97. I worked overnights. You beggars can't be choosers. I had to walk to work. I walked to work when Ally McBeal was on. And then do my night shift, and then have to walk home. My feet hurt. 7 o'clock in the morning, I lived with my brother at the time. He didn't want to do me no favors by giving me rides, even when it rained. Everything was like, this is your, live with it. This is your, my life should be a punishment. I'm like, dude, I didn't even want to fucking be born. I don't give a shit what people say. You want to be reincarnated? No, I got fucking recruited on this shit, dude. They said, Marge, you gotta go you gotta have all this gross shit happen to people, and then let people know that all these businesses, organizations, all these people that get paid to help people, they're all fucking liars, because the cracks of society are getting wider, and a lot of people don't want to be fucking homeless, but there's no motherfucking place for people to live because motherfuckers got greedy and started doing their fucking temp housing with their Airbnb bullshit. But haha, they're doing porns in your bed shit, bitches. People are doing porns in your bed. They're doing nasty, dirty shit. And now people don't want to do that. So you're going to go back to long term now? There's a shift because people got greedy. So that's what you get. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. Maui just fucking, that whole city just burned down. But 92,000 people are like, yay, volleyball. Who cares? It's just the energy, it's just the mind shift. It's just like, we don't care. We're just living that best life. Everybody's living that best life. There is nobody to help to people do. And there's so many kids that do not even know how to take care of themselves. They do not know. There's so many adults that don't fucking they don't even take care of their soul sack. Spiritualist. If you're freaking and smoking cigarettes in 2023, really? Still, huh? Cigarettes, huh? Still. Or not meditating? Really? Creditable source of knowledge. Doesn't meditate. Yeah, a lot of people are following fools. A lot of people are falling fools. So, anyway, I'm skeptical. Yeah, I think it's funny when people like blow up and become so big. Everybody gets their chance, and then I'm curious to see what they're doing with it. This guy's like, he's reading Bible verses and stuff like that. I wonder if people are going to start saying he's an eloquent speaker, because the last time somebody came up that nobody knew who they were, it was Obama, and the planets were in the sky the same way. And that's according to Robert Phoenix. That's his, he said, yeah, I remember he said, that was before that Oliver Anthony guy erupted. He said, somebody's going to come in, and they're going to be like a bit, politically, he came in, politically, he's making an impact, I don't remember seeing him. Oh, that was rad. I got a food basket today. I got a food gift basket. And it was, hi Benny, okay? And it's like Chicago loose meat and gravy, and bread. Oh man, I'm gonna save it for a rainy day. Well, I don't know what the weather is supposed to do, but it'll be like, I'm gonna throw it all in the crock pot. It's gonna be good, huh, Ma? How you doing today, Ma? So with a lot of this Uranus shit, a lot of people are going to be up. I hear it. I was sitting on the porch before this talk, and I was like, I said, man, I am so far from anywhere on 522. And I'm hearing, it sounds like city traffic down here. So it was like 7 o'clock. There's a bar down there at the store. I'm like, what the heck is causing all this commotion? My hair's getting so long. My hair is getting super long. Some days I just want to cut it all off. It was a peculiar day. I don't like all the energies, but I do have all the energy. So I am trying to be productive. I'm trying. It did rain today. This was kind of cool. This is how I know what the earth is, because I'm a tuner. I pick up on collective energy, and there's so much withholding going on, and I know that. a lot of stuff people are like, mine, because that's how I'm feeling too. I'm definitely feeling these collective energies. And so my buddy this morning, we talked yesterday, and we were going to go up to the John Donne Bridge this morning at like 10 or 11. And I even said, okay, well, if I don't have phone service yet, you know, he said he would hitchhike out here, and then we would just drive up, and we'd hang out there for a couple hours. And then I could come back and even check on Mom and the dogs, and then go back and get him. That kind of a thing. Because I went up to the John Donne and put my feet in the Rio Grande yesterday. And it was nice. It was real nice. See, the way I look at water is it's data, it's information. And at some point in that water, those molecules in the water pass, and they pass through all this land, and they see all these things. And so they carry all this knowledge. And so it runs past me and my feet. Ging! I pick up on the knowledge. And I've had my feet in a lot of rivers. Sacramento River, Missouri River. I was thinking about that today. Rio Grande. A lot of bodies of water. Mediterranean Sea, Atlantic, Pacific, Gulf, Mexico. So I picked up a lot of knowing from a lot of different places. I've been on a lot of different leylands, a lot of different latitudes and longitudes randomly. I've been a receptor of information and data for 49 years. And someone being that's extrasensory, I've always been one that picks up on everything. And I use that data that people carry, and then I use that when I come to somebody else that reminds me of somebody or that has the same birthday, and then I start seeing and then that's where here comes the pattern recognition. And then that helps me. And then I went to college for IT and computers, and then I was a mechanic. So I have all this freaking analytical, logical freaking practical knowledge because I came from a place that we had nothing. It's kind of remarkable. Thanks, Ma, for sometimes life is really hard and I struggle because I don't understand how to navigate around this earth, because I don't understand how people don't want to. If people are in a bad way, you just help them. Don't make them sit down and fucking fill out this form or go online to this website and do this bullshit. Because more and more people are going to need help, dude. The earth is changing. There's more winter. It's going to be colder, you know. It's going to be more and more opportunities for people to help. People can't. You got to burst your little bubble. People play too much. They don't work. When I went up yesterday, a guy was trading out. He was like an employee of the Land Bureau Management, just another office, just another means for a bro to get paid, right? Still, nonetheless, he was changing the trash can. And I started this thing recently that, because I live in New Mexico where people don't like to fucking go to work. They're lazy as fuck, the majority of people. Yeah, of course, there's a few hard workers. I'm a very hard worker. There's some people that are motivated and driven to get that money. I'm not one of them. But I'm thinking people, when I go to a store, I'm thinking them showing up to work so I can do what I need to do. And I thank the guy for showing up and changing out the trash can so it doesn't get old or filled, because people are freaking dirty, man. People are so fucking dirty. Those are the aliens. You don't pick up after yourself, you're not a human being. You're a dirty perv. You don't care about humanity, you're not a human being. You spend 6 figures on a car so you can race it around and drive it like a jackass, you're an alien. That's how the aliens are here as far as I'm concerned. You are so egotistical. You have properties everywhere while people are freaking struggling to freaking find places to live. Because you want your just to be self-serving and greedy. You're an alien. So I came to this realization today, and then I started tripping out, and then I was like, oh my God, I'm walking through Taos, because I live in a tourist town. Tourists? You're fucking aliens! I'm just trying to live my life on planet Earth, and look at all these fucking aliens from other planets. The planet of fucking Texas. Or the fucking planet of Colorado. Or the planet of Arizona, or the planet of California. Because you motherfuckers are just taking up space. And you don't even tip that rad. And you buy these little fucking, you know, it's just you take up space. To eat fucking green and red chili on your fucking enchiladas. It's not that world anymore, people. There's a lot of work to be done. Shit's about to go south in a lot of ways. It just is contingent on your own energetic and how you're going to be driven. Come from a place of love and let your heart navigate you through life. Or are you going to be driven by the perpetual storyline of fear and all that bullshit that goes with it? I'm just gonna wear my gas mask if they bring the mask bullshit back to Taos. Before they haven't yet. I haven't been to the grocery store. Thank God I don't have to. I got food delivery today. Whoopee! But I gotta get eggs and shit like that from time to time, 'cause we eat eggs about every day, huh, Mom? Protein. Mom likes eggs. I like eggs. They're easy. And so I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna talk to the manager. I'm gonna say, listen, I am in a, I said, well, when I come in, because I'm very healthy. I'm a healthy human being. I work hard at my health. I do things to stay healthy, So I feel like that I shouldn't have to do what all of those fearful, gluttonous, unhealthy pigs are, because they're afraid. I didn't do none of the shit they did to be like them. So let me go in 10 minutes before and do my shopping and then leave before you let the masked monkeys come in. Don't make me do what these fools do, because I'm not like them. And if in the event that they do, because schools are getting like emails and shit like that in places, that's what Amanda Poole Wash said when she talked to Rick Levine. That's a great talk. People should listen to that. Is that people, that it's been like this my whole life. I've seen where people just inject fear just to get their way. I try not to do that with people. It's tools of manipulation. People do it when they flex, so to speak. It's just horse shit. So, my train of thought just derailed. I just lost it. You're so cute, Audie Pants. You still going? Oh. I said, Mom, I am. Do I wonder if they feel how I feel when the winter comes? Because I wake up and I'm like, okay, oh no, start moving. See, fear and anger creates gases and toxins in your body. And then if you've done a lot of things in your life, if you've used your body, it creates spaces and places and stuff. And then if you get mad and have these toxins and you just let them sit in your body, they just sit there. And that's how I see the inflammation of arthritis. That's how I picture. That's okay. And I got degenerative arthritis in my spine, because I've had back injuries my spine has just been whipped around. But I'm a good dancer. That's one part. I hurt, But there's pros and cons. My hips are loose. That's I mean, I can do it. I can shimmy and stuff like that pretty good. I guess that's a positive to the baby rate, my pelvic being whatever, I mean, you gotta look on the bright side. Mom's laughing at me over here. She likes my smile because it's her smile. So, thank goodness I know how energy works, and sometimes I just have to let it transmute through me because it's just getting it's getting crazy, and I get how people are feeling squirrely, and they don't like it either. I hate it. Some days I'm like, dude, I hate the way I feel, and I hate that I gotta do things to get rid of how I feel. I just want to be like, poof, I magically feel better. That's not how it is for me, because my body, I feel I'm up in a heightened state, so I'm like, if the energies are up here, I'm like, okay, you're not scared. You're okay. You're not scared. You're fine. You're excited about life. There's things to look forward to. Today's a good day. That's the only day we're living. Staying today. You're not traumatized. There's no ooga boogas. Nothing's going to get you right now. And that's how I have to talk to myself all the time. And unless, that's why I'm trying to make friends, because then I'm distracted by my engagement with other people. Then I don't got to think about it. Sucks. These videos do help. It's helped me meet a couple people. I'm wearing a shirt I never wore before. I bought it like 2 years ago because I quit going. I don't support it, but if I go to an event, I'll buy the t-shirt. It says Taos Farmers Market. I don't even know if it's not the same place. It's not even at the same place. Taos is so politically jacked up, and it's run by people that don't have any good ideas at all. So I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna start journaling the ideas that I have, and then I'm gonna take them there, and I'm gonna be like, okay, these are all the ideas I have right now. I've only lived here 2 years. I'm not even in your books. I'm not even, fully immersed. But if you help, because that's what I live for, is help people fix their systems. And I can help this city in a lot of ways. First thing I'm going to ask them is, do you want to keep doing things that you've always done it? Or are you open up, or are you willing to take some aspects of and make them work for people, not just the convenience of the people sitting behind the desk getting direct deposit that aren't helping people, because there's too many people on the street. There's too many people on the street that need help, so you guys aren't doing your jobs. And I've had my own experience with that. So the story continues. There's a lot of misconceptions. Hey, Pop Rivet, you're down to 1 cig a day. See you later. He's always pops in and gots to go. He's a married guy. He's a floor guy. He's a good old guy. He's probably I think he's a Husker fan. But I hate that, because it's like, hey, all right, if 92,000 people can get together and waste freaking your gas and your time and your energy to sit in a place to fucking watch a girls' volleyball game, it was so ritualistic. That's one thing. Then why don't those two people, 92,000 people, meet later and build like an apartment complex for homeless people? Like, why aren't those social agreements? I mean, that could get stuff done, accomplished, because nobody wants to do anything for long periods of time, so you're gonna need to get more people. They did it all the time on that show, Extreme Home Makeover. I know what can be done when people put manpower together. You just gotta, some people just gotta stop living that best life for a while. It's about living in service. It's about taking time from your life in some capacity And it's not even about, there's plenty of people out there. There's a lot of boomers. Respectfully, lovingly, I say that. My mom's a boomer. I came from a boomer. My dad's a boomer. And so that need a lot of help with stuff too, right? Like technologically, I got idea, and they can't get through to the resources. And how many old people are eating cat food because they can't afford regular food because they got a cat and they love their cat because their cat's their best friend, so they just buy cat food because they gotta both gotta eat. They'd rather feed the cat and eat what the cat eats than get people food and feed it. Yeah, there's some loyalty for you. But anyway, I think I'm done. I got tired. I just got tired, and it's 7:41. How you doing, Ma? Mom's doing fine. Mom's eating good. That's a good thing. Mom's eating good. And I just have been hanging out with her. That's what the astrology's been saying. It's like figuring out what you love, and just being immersed with the things that you love, and just loving on the things that you love, and appreciating and being in gratitude for all the things that I love, and that's how I'm living in service. And then helping people that help other things, And I'm willing to help this community with my ideas. I got a lot of good ideas. Especially how to fix the freaking problem with the spay and neuter issue, and all the packs of dogs and cats, and it's bad. It's bad. So the story unfolds. That's what I got for now. Thanks for hanging out if you did. Hope you have a rad night. Peace.